Hello, first responders. It's Johanna with Holiday Planet with our cash and gratuities update for our first responder cruise 2025 to the Caribbean Isles, departing in November. So for cash on board the ship, the good news is that you won't need much cash around the ship. Virgin Voyages uses a C-band, which is a wearable, a lot smaller and simpler than my Apple Watch. It's more like a bracelet. It's totally adjustable for all wrist sizes. It is waterproof. We will get those at the port when we embark the ship. And they are used for everything from opening your stateroom door. You just tap it to open the doors. Ordering drinks around the ship, you'll tap your C-band to pay for that drink, paying for things in the shops, the casino. You'll also use that as your ID to get on and off the ship. So very simple, easy, high-tech system, and they do actually work really well. So everything you charge on that C-band throughout the week will go first against your Sailor Loot. Sailor Loot is onboard credit, and almost all of you have some included in your High Joy in your cruise. So everything you charge to your onboard account will first go against that Sailor Loot, and then everything else at the end of the week will charge out to the credit card that you've registered for your onboard account. Some of you also have Bar Tab. Bar Tab can only be used for drinks, but it is very flexible when it comes to drinks. They could be non-alcoholic, alcoholic, drinks for other people, whole bottles, anything from any shelf. Bar Tab can pay for it, but it's only for drinks. Sailor Loot is for everything all throughout the ship. It can be used at the spa, the casino, the shops. Sailor Loot can also be used for drinks or extra items at the restaurants. There's only a couple things, hi Jason, at a couple of the restaurants that cost extra. For example, the big fat tomahawk steak at the Wake Steakhouse. If that tomahawk steak is calling your name, it's only a little bit of an upcharge, and Sailor Loot can help pay for that. So you don't really need cash around the ship. Just charge everything to your C-band. It'll go to your Sailor Loot and Bar Tab first, and then the rest would charge out to the credit card on your onboard account. When we're in port, you can definitely take a wad of small US bills for tipping. The people in these Caribbean island ports live a very simple life, and tipping generously is a great way for us to share the wealth. Hi, David. And so I do recommend US bills. Some of the ports have their own local currency, but US bills are still widely accepted. A few of these ports has the US dollar as their official currency. So US dollars is really all you will need. And like I said, just bring small bills so that you have the correct change for tipping and shopping, because often if you're shopping and you use a large bill, you're going to get the change back in their local currency, and you may or may not be able to use that before you leave. On board, our gratuities are covered by Virgin Voyages, and Virgin Voyages says that all gratuities are totally included. So there's a lot less cash tipping around the ship than there are on other cruise lines. Tommy and I will still tip, here and there, to a bartender who really gave us great service, went out of his way for us, somebody who makes a good old-fashioned, usually. We may tip our room steward for going above and beyond, but the additional cash tipping all throughout the ship is a lot less on Virgin Voyages than it is on other cruise lines. So you can maybe just plan a little bit of extra cash for that. Let me know what other questions you have about cash and gratuities down in the comments below. Otherwise, quick announcement, t-shirts are available. Please get your orders in. We will give you a last call on those t-shirts probably next week or the week after, before that ordering window closes. Thanks everyone. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.